Hey everyone, Pete Winarski here today again on this podcast for you, Business Results Radio. And today I have Jon Bruser with me. Hello, Jon.
Hi, Pete.
So we're chatting about integrated business processes. And let me set it up this way, Jon. IBP, integrated business processes, versus S&OP, sales and operations planning, versus SIOP, SIOP, sales inventory operations planning. What is all of this? What's similar, different? Let's just set the groundwork, because I know these terms are thrown around. And the interesting thing is people think they know what it is, but the risk is, of course, they may have experienced their own SIOP process. And then you start talking about integrated business planning and they kind of say, well, I already know all about that. And my suspicion is they're probably not thinking about what you're talking about the way that you are talking about it. So let's just start there.
Yeah, that's right, Pete. And SIOP, S&OP, IBP, it's all cut from the same cloth, and it exhibits different levels of maturity and capability. So companies may only need to focus on, hey, I want to make sure I balance my sales with my inventory, with my operations capacity. And so SIOP is good for that. S&OP in its most fundamental form is just, hey, my balanced supply and demand. More mature, then it's incorporating a business visibility to that supply and demand balance, and an ability to do a little bit more scenario planning and financial projections. Integrated business planning, or IBP, is really the full maturity, and that's where from the top down, the CEO of the business, all the way to the front lines and back, the business is aligned in the same ecosystem. It's able to take its growth initiatives and look a couple, 3 years out into the future, and anticipate what it needs in order to manage that. And some companies, that's a significant challenge. The ones that do it well are constantly trying to improve those processes. So, sometimes a business doesn't need IBP. It just, SIOP works fine. And, whatever you're deploying, it's essential to how you operate your business, because it ensures alignment and transparency and a structure and framework in which to operate consistently.
So let me offer this as a suggested definition and see if you agree. So sales and operations planning, or SIOP, sales inventory and operations planning, those are flavors that improve the way that you plan and balance across your capacity and resources and things. And that's up to a certain level of maturity, certain level of effectiveness. And for many people, that's enough. However, what you're suggesting is a next level, like what's beyond S&OP is maybe the right way to ask that. And your answer would be, what's beyond is integrated business planning. It's a greater level of effectiveness. It's a greater level of integration. It's a greater level of visibility. And for many businesses that really want to go beyond where they are now, even if they have an S&OP process in place, then the answer is IBP, or integrated business planning.
That's right, Pete.
My word's not yours, so go for it.
Well, it's also more difficult. And so, companies where this process is supply chain driven, then SIOP, S&OP is within the sphere of control, or at least reasonable operation. Integrated business planning tends to be a enterprise level, CEO driven activity. And it incorporates ideally everything. It provides the backbone for the business and its efficiency, and how almost an operating system for the business if done well. That's incredibly difficult to put in place. And so some businesses don't need that. Some businesses can't achieve that. But it's a great aspiration, and it's something that most businesses that do that well get significant benefits from, over and above just the benefits that come from supply and demand balancing in S&OP.